Hi, it's Miranda from Miranda Has Plans, and I am here today to talk to you about all of my planners for 2021. There's only one that isn't in this pile. Actually, there's two that aren't in this pile. One because I haven't received it yet, and the other one because it is my writing planner. And I can't really show you that because then it gives away all my writing secrets, and, you know, not a good thing. I have, to start off, 5 bullet journals with a 6th one on the way. And when that one comes, I'm going to do a little video about the difference between these bullet journals and that one. So more on that later. These top two, I can't show you the insides. I can show you the parts I haven't written on. This one is really chubby, and I use it for a reference for things that I work on. So again, I can't show you that. It's got like, are the pages numbered? No, this one's not numbered, but it's got a good, let me see. The last page I wrote on was 200. So I'm going to say it's got a good 400 or 500 pages in it. So it's really good for reference things that you want to keep. It's not really good for art journaling because the pages are super duper thin. Every single pen I use goes through on this. But look at that chubbiness. I couldn't pass it up. So this is a reference book for me. And again, can't show you that because secrets. This one is my newest journal. It is also a bullet journal. Look at it. It's a really nice, super thick paper. In fact, all 3 of these are from the same company. So even though I can't show you what's in this one because this is super duper private stuff that I can't share in YouTube land, I will show you the insides of these. They're exactly the same. The only difference is this has a different sort of cover that's kind of like linen. And of course, this pretty dragonfly that's on it. And I bought this one because the last book that I wrote was titled Dragonfly, so it kind of spoke to me. But again, this is personal stuff I can't share in YouTube land. This one, however, made by the same company, and I have 2 that are exactly the same. And they have like this black, I don't know, like pretend leather, I guess you would say, covers on them. One of these is a regular old bullet journal for reading because I read a lot. Actually, I don't read a lot compared to most of the people on YouTube, but compared to like normal, average, everyday people, I read between 35 and 50 books a year, which doesn't seem like that a lot to people who read, but to people who don't read, that seems like a lot. So this one's my reading journal, and this one is my art journal. And they're both bullet journals, both by the same company. And this one is kind of like a catch-all one. They're made by a company called Vivid Scribbles. And I love them because the paper is nice and thick. And is this the one I did a pen test in? I did pen tests for this. None of them ghosted, none of them bled through. I used all the different Tombows Papermate Gel Micron pen and my Papermate Felt Tip pen. But I do think I tested something else in the other one. I'll show you. So you can see how the paper worked. But so I went through here and I've got my index. And this is like a catch-all bullet journal because it's not your typical everyday bullet journal. In this, I'm kind of keeping track of things for the whole family plus the books that I read. So I have a list of books that I want to read. And I usually mark DNF next to the ones I didn't finish because I'm 47 years old. If a book is just too boring and drawn out and doesn't keep my interest past like the first couple of chapters, I put it aside and move on because life is short and I got to move on to the good stuff. So then we've got a list of things that I want to buy for the house, restaurants we want to try, recipes for our family planner, which I started, but I need to make a list of more recipes to put in there. A list of movies we want to see. And again, this was started in March of last year, so most of everything I had planned in here and was looking at kind of went to pot with COVID. So, you know, like date night. Look at all these wonderful things we can do when the whole world isn't, you know, ill. And road trips, places we can go when the whole world isn't ill. And then we've got a great big freezer downstairs, and I want to take a freezer inventory so I can keep track of what we have in there. And the same thing with our pantry downstairs. I want to keep track of what we have in there. I've got addresses, which I can normally keep in my phone, which is great and awesome until you get a new phone. And those files don't transfer over. So this is where the addresses go for when I can't access them in my phone. And then, of course, I started March of 2020 with a mood tracker and what the headlines were and my monthly word count for writing and my social media numbers, and then COVID happened. So those changed drastically. So then I have my Marvel and DC movies because, yes, I'm a huge superhero nerd, and what order to watch them in. So then we went to January 2021, where I started again to do my tracking for my reading. My goal for the year is 30 books, but I think this has 35. No, 30. 30 books for the year, and I'm hoping that I'm going to make it. I already made it through my January, what I need to make it, so woo! Good to go. Tracking how many days a month I read to make that happen. Of course, there's this week when I have 4 fibromyalgia flares. Not a lot gets done because I don't have enough concentration to be able to read. A lot of the books I read are also on audiobook, so if I'm laying downstairs on the couch, I can't really listen to audiobooks. I normally listen to audiobooks while I do my everyday work in my workroom. So if I'm not working, I'm not reading when it comes to audiobooks. I also have ebooks, and I have regular books, you know, that I read. But for the most part, a lot of what I read is an audiobook, just because I can read it and do my work at the same time. So I did this month, or last month, Talking as Fast as I Can, which was a great book. Someday maybe. Got a little too boring for me. Didn't hold my attention. Born Standing Up, I didn't read because there were some triggering things in it, and I need a lighthearted, not heavy stuff. I need brain candy when I'm working. Then I read Hell House by Richard Matheson, which was really good. But I have some issues with Richard Matheson, which I will not share here. But issues. And then I read Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. And then this is a page where I can write down quotes or whatever spoke to me in the book that I was reading, which was really good. And then we start off with February. Oops. And my days to read, or days I did read, my reading list for the month, and then what spoke to me. I don't know what else I would add here. This is plenty for me. So that's that bullet journal. My reading list. The next one I have by the same company, Vivid Scribbles. And I have this sticker on the front from a lady who I follow on YouTube. She's an artist. She goes under the name The Unexpected Gypsy. And I watch all of her YouTubes. I'm a patron of hers. I just love her. So I bought this as my art journal. And let me tell you, I have a bazillion art journals, but I wanted something that was small and had decent paper in it. And normally I buy Diane Reevely's products, but her small art journals are just a bit too small. This is the perfect size. So this is where I come to play and make boo-boos and mistakes and try and grow as an artist. So I just recently started in this, doing things. Then like little things to help me draw bodies, because I'm not real good at bodies yet. I'm still working on faces. Like this weird bizarre thing, like I don't even know what I was doing there. And then her with the enormous eyes. But my big thing that I tried to learn with this was freckles. And I think her freckles came out pretty cool. And then there was this, which I did just to try practicing drawing hair. So that's all the further I am in this one. Then there's this beauty, which is a bullet journal, folks, by Canvo with Catherine Puller. Same great pages as the Vivid Scribbles books. And this one is my work planner. This is where I track my gratitude. This is where I track my social media growth, my video schedule, my video ideas, what I accomplished for the month, which is going bye-bye because I hate this page. And then I add in some little illustrations that I did just for fun, because I get tired of looking at all these lines and not a lot of art. So, but the pages in this are really, really nice. Real nice. Nice and thick. And I think they're probably even thicker than the Vivid Scribbles. So I've got February all set up for gratitude, video schedule, and social media growth. I don't know that I'm going to add any more to that. But I think this is the one that I did the pen test in. And I'm here to tell you, I tried all of these things. A Sharpie bleeds through. Alcohol marker bleeds through, which I expected because Sharpies and alcohol markers are basically the same sort of makeup. So they're going to go through. But Tombow markers didn't go through. Pigma microns didn't. Mild liners, Dilutions ink didn't even go through. Look at that. It didn't even ghost. It's awesome. And I even used paint pens, which didn't go through. It was really great. So I love the paper in this. I'm definitely going to keep using this and probably buy more of them in the future because I love this so much. And then, of course, you all know the handy dandy Dilutions products, which we use every week on this channel to plan. So that is it for my 2021 planner lineup. I've got enough, don't I? Holy smokes. I don't know. But we still have one more coming. And again, there will be more on that later. Like I said, it is a different brand bullet journal than the Vivid Scribbles. So I want to do a test side by side. And the reason being is that the other brand is about $10 to $15 more than this. So I want to see how they stack up. What makes that one? Is it worth the $10 to $15 more? Or should you just go with this bad boy? We'll see. So until next time, I will see you later.